Good day, mom. Good day, everyone. So, my name is Gabriele Reitmeier, and in this video, I will be reflecting on a very, very important, thought-provoking topic, which is license to kill, um, artificial intelligence in weapon systems and new challenges for arms control by Dr. Gabriele Reitmeier. So the question is, safe bata in the age of autonomous weapons? Okay, if safe ta, imagine a future where machines choose kinsay patyo nila or kinsay dili patyo. No judge, no soldier, no human hand pressing the button. It's already starting. Imagine. Imagine ang future where wars are decided not by soldiers, but by computer programs. No emotion, no judgment, just code. So that's the reality laws are bringing closer. And what really stood out to me is how these systems can act without any human oversight. They don't need to ask permission. So, diretso na sila. Di na kailangan na, what yun ako na kung ano na ako so, diretso na siya. They are programmed to detect and destroy. No, once na ma-detect nila, diretso na yun na ilang i-destroy. This changes everything about war. It reminds me of past game changers like nuclear bombs or tanks, but now, ang gamit kay algorithms making life and death choices. So, also this presentation explores the chilling but urgent conversation around lethal autonomous weapon system or laws and how they will affect us not just on the battlefield, but in our homes, governments, and global future. So as I dive sa yung paper, so muna yung key takeaways. One of the most shocking parts of the paper for me was realizing how fast this technology is evolving. The idea of autonomous decision making in war, where the system detects, decides, and fires on a target, is already in testing. Also, the author compares this moment in history to the invention of gunpowder or nuclear bombs, but unlike those, autonomous weapons can operate without a conscience, and that's a scary thought. It makes us question kung kinsa mo responsible if naay something may tabo or if something goes wrong. The programmer ba, the general ba, the AI itself ba? So that's both fascinating and terrifying. So muna akong analysis dahil supporter says na ang systems daw kay maka-reduce casualties dahil make quick decisions in dangerous environments. But the paper also points out major risks. What if these systems can hack? Or worse na kaning algorithm kay bias AI? So what happens if that system wrongly identifies a target? And the scariest part for me was the idea of flash wars. That's when wars could start and escalate in seconds before any human has time to respond. It's like a digital arms race where the faster AI wins, not the smarter or more ethical side. So how does it affect in human existence, global affairs, and civilizational impact? So as humans, we value life, emotion, and judgment, but autonomous weapons do not. Once activated, they calculate targets and execute without hesitation. If we allow machines to carry out these decisions, we risk erasing the human element from life and death situations. The danger, becoming desensitized to death, normalizing mechanized killing as a tool of efficiency. Over time, human life could lose its meaning in the eyes of those who control the code. So, global affairs. So, the global power race for AI dominance is no longer silent. Laws can make conflict erupt faster than leaders can respond, giving rise to flash wars triggered by data, not diplomacy. As powerful nations invest in laws, global stability becomes fragile. One mistake or algorithmic error could spark irreversible escalation. It's not just about power, it's about the pace of destruction, outstripping our ability to negotiate peace. There's a civilizational impact, like autonomous weaponry is changing the DNA of civilization itself. They shift decision making from ethics to efficiency, from morality to logic. The foundations of justice, accountability, and empathy may erode in a world where killing is automated. Children may grow up in a society where war is waged by silence, drones, not humans. So, in conclusion, military AI must never operate without ethical oversight. The core standard should always be meaningful, human control. Accountability cannot be outsourced to an algorithm. The future demands international agreements that prevent machines from acting as judges, juries, and executioners. Ethics must be embedded in every control system, not as an afterthought, but as the first line of defense. Because if we fail to regulate this power, we may lose control not just of our weapons, but of our humanity. So, buod pa sa buod na we need strict international laws to stop machines from becoming executioners. And most importantly, there should always be meaningful human control. That means a real person making the final decision, not a line of code. And ethics should not be an afterthought. So it should be the first rule of any AI weapon system, because if we lose control now, we may lose more than a war. We may lose what it means to be human, and that's humanity. So thank you for listening to my reflection, and this paper opened my eyes to both promises and dangers of military AI. We need to keep having these conversations before it's too late.